Before we begin this video, I'm gonna say this really clearly. I will put this video on public for people to make comments and things. But please, keep the comments respectful and try to be open what I'm about to say. Because I had thought of a very good one to bring to the plate today. Knowing it's been on my mind for the last months now, and there's not an easy way to say it, if you understand. So my title is Becoming a Certified Music Teacher. And I wrote a few questions here and there that people like me should think of, because I am working on applications right now with a university that offers the master programs for music educators. That the masters plus the instrumental music concentration. So the masters in arts and teaching with music education, instrumental music that it chose. K to 12, I believe. So becoming a certified music teacher. Why do I want to become a certified music teacher in Louisiana while living in Terrebonne Parish? I wrote it this way. Why do I want to become a certified music teacher in Louisiana in Terrebonne Parish? Or wherever parish I might be living at any given moment. I wrote this. I want to inspire people because I want to fully become the first autistic individual to have a career in a certification in music education. I just got tired of being belittled enough, saying I couldn't do it. Or just having the odds kind of stacked against me, and that's why I kind of wrote that. In a matter of a detail here. I just got tired of having not anywhere to turn to right now, knowing I've been out for about a year. It's all about to be 2 years in next May. I just decided, well, it's just best for me to get me back into school and life right at the moment, which I am working on that application for it, if you ever want to know. And the application I'm considering is going to do the alternative with Southeastern. That's like the only thing I thought about. What kind of teacher do I want to be? I wrote a few things on that one. First of all, loving and caring. Helpful, meaning I like to help whoever I can. Help them be the best they can be. Even help some people that might have a disability to kind of overcome their situation. Because look, I had teachers that kind of helped me overcome mine, so maybe I can make a difference in somebody else. So the other one I wrote, compassionate, kind. Meaning I like to show compassion to everybody around me. I like to be kind of like the one to say, hey, look, it's okay. Let's do well, I want to be the one that if a kid has a problem with, let's say, a loss or something, I want to be the one that works directly with that student and helping them in showing kindness along the way. So that's what it is. And that word can be kind of used towards anything. So I wrote accepting towards all students. The reason being because you don't know what the student's been through. And for my example, being autistic is one thing. And that was not an easy thing to be the only one in band with actual problems like that. But I was lucky enough that the teachers did accept me for no matter what, like unconditionally accept me, no matter what the circumstances were. And that's what I want to become, like that. I want to be the teacher that kind of gets on hands-on learning. And what I mean about hands-on, I want to explore as much musical stuff as I can. Like, I want to also begin maybe some of the general music students in the elementary schools and get them into learning music a little bit earlier. Instead of using recorders, I might opt in and try and get some of them on piano to get them to read basic notation. That way, once they get into 5th grade, we can kind of start the like start transferring a lot of the ideas on the instruments, and that's where I want to be. And that's the kind of teacher I want to be. One that kind of does not misuse training for anything. Approachable. Approachable is the other concept I wrote. I want people to say, hey, and I want them to approach me if they got a problem with something. I just don't want them to be scared of me. I want to be the kind of teacher that is reliable. Whether it's on time with a job, and that also goes to punctual. Let's say this, I'm going to get this graded by the end of the week. I would say, look, I got to keep my promise to my students and not make them wait much longer. And get their stuff graded and in the computer. And that also comes in the hands of the bosses, the principal, and administrators. Then once they see that a teacher is reliable, then they can be like the recommendations if, let's say, the teacher goes for a promotion or they go for a new job. This is the kind of teacher I really want to be. Dedicated. Dedicated is another thing because I want to make sure I am working hard towards making sure the students are at the best possible, Because if you're not really dedicated in a way, then your students won't be. And that's where dedicated teachers and dedicated students kind of go hand in hand. That means you gotta be the role model. The teachers have to be the role model, showing the dedication towards their jobs. Once they do kind of to show that, 10 to 1 the students will be dedicated at just being themselves and being a student. And that's how it kind of comes hand and foot on some things. I want to become responsible because that means the teachers that show that they can be responsible towards their stuff. 10 to 1, the students will be responsible for their stuff. So that kind of makes it easier and manageable. The other part I wrote out is organized, planned out, doing lesson plans to make sure that things are going to be like where it is. Yeah, it might fall apart a little bit. And I had never taught anybody yet. So I wouldn't know, but I'm probably going to get there if you want to know. But I had professors tell me that sometimes things can change a little bit day by day. And once I kind of get into the situations, I have to sometimes kind of turn to it and say, look, I know this didn't go well this day. And I was a huge fan of writing practice journals for the weekly lessons for my teacher. Yeah, favorite. You want to go there, Dr. Miranda? And I have to write reflection journals. And that's a good thing I'm going to probably implement again for going into teaching. Write down what went well and what didn't go well, and what can I do better the next time. So that's how I survived that 4 years. I'm going to take it to use it again for the next step. Are y'all ready for the last thought out plan? I hope so. Will I use AI in my classroom? No. My professors never use it, and I won't use it either. Here's why. And a lot of people may argue it, but hear me out. Because I feel that AI, the students are only cheating themselves. They will not learn. They're only cheating themselves out of their education. So the answer to that is going to be no. Solid is solid. Because you know what? How they going to learn something? How they going to apply their skills? You know? Yeah, sometimes technology can be used in, like, certain ways. Like, yes, but there are other ways no. So, that's all I'm thinking to know for that way.